Am I strong, Rocket? These are missiles, yeah. These are July 11th, Sin City, Las Vegas. The opponent is a man that I have beaten before in Max Holloway.
So we have the venue, we have the opponent.
I'm ready to come back. I'm out so long, 5 years. I've got a great opponent in Max Holloway. He is an established fighter, former UFC world champion, multiple time, former UFC BMF world champion. Yeah. And our last bout was martial arts mastery. So I plan on doing it again. I swear, my head is everything here. My head. Boom. I hope this. Then I hope this. Boom. 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 Okay. Boom. 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 The fight is over here. The fight is over here. And then I want this head. Boom. 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 From here. Boom. 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 End the fight. Shit. Forever. All day, all that fight. His head is right here.
A familiar foe of yours, Max Holloway, will be welcoming Conor McGregor back to the octagon next month, we all hope. If this fight does happen, it's at welterweight. How do you see this going? Can Conor do anything with the fighter you're probably more familiar with than anyone in Max Holloway?
Well, we know that Conor hasn't been in the game for a long time, and I think a lot of people are thinking that he's just going to lose everything. But that's not the case. He's going to be dangerous. He's obviously going to still be very sharp, very explosive, still got a good eye. Is it the exact eye that he had when he was, double champ and doing what he was doing? No, probably not, but still going to be very dangerous. And I know Max is going to respect that. Obviously, they're going to want to put on a show, but at the same time, you're going to know Conor will be very dangerous early. I think Max will make the right decisions to not just, get in the fire straight away and then start to work him later in them rounds. So we know that Conor, again, very dangerous, very explosive, but that is going to wear on you. And with that big layoff, even though he's probably training very hard, we know that that's going to eventually wear on him. And, that sharpness that I reckon he still has is probably going to deteriorate a lot quicker because of he's been out of the game for so long.
I felt like they could have done announcement with Conor and Holloway at the White House. I feel like that would have went really well for them. I think that would have been cool. I was also thinking about this on the drive-in. One of the reasons, many of reasons, they didn't put Conor on the White House card. Number one is the ticket sales, right? You can tell he's a big draw. Number two is, can you imagine the backlash that the left, CNN would have ran with if Conor, with his accusations in Dublin, going through, the grape stuff and all that?
That's interesting.
I bet you that had a hand in it where they're like, hey, this is the White House. We're already getting a ton of shit for it. Do we really want Conor's comeback fight after going through all those legal issues in Dublin being at the forefront of this? And the ticket sales, they're like, it's just a lose-lose. I bet you that had something to do with it. They didn't want that negative attention stealing the storylines.
McGregor versus Holloway 2. Who's going to win that fight?
Holloway.
Really?
Listen, I've never been a McGregor fan.
Why?
Everyone, because he's been a prick his whole career.
To you?
To me, to everybody.
You didn't like him? He was rude to you?
He was rude to me. We almost fought a couple times.
Where at?
In the fights.
What'd you say?
We just ran into each other and he just would run his mouth. I didn't like it because I came from a different place. I came from a place where I had been getting into trouble and I was changing my life. And he was somebody that used the platform to be arrogant and to piss people off. I'm not here to make friends. But you're also not being very respectful. And I think we're in this place with all the YouTube fighting is all because of that accumulation. Now here we are. The sport is somewhat of a Kardashian sport, we're just wow, which brings numbers, right? But that's not why I got into it.
Former UFC champion Michael Bisping recently shared his thoughts on the potential matchup, and for him, the biggest talking point is McGregor's legacy. Bisping believes this is far more than just another high-profile fight. It could become a defining chapter in how Conor McGregor's career is remembered. He admitted there are still legitimate questions about McGregor after such a long absence from active competition. MMA is constantly evolving, with younger fighters improving, new techniques emerging, and the level of competition continuing to rise. According to Bisping, the biggest unknown is whether McGregor has stayed sharp enough to match today's elite fighters. At the same time, he reminded everyone that McGregor has already secured his place in UFC history. His unforgettable 13-second knockout of Jose Aldo remains one of the sport's most iconic moments, while his dominant victory over Eddie Alvarez made him the first fighter to hold UFC titles in two weight classes at the same time. Those achievements cannot be erased. In Bisping's opinion, this fight is not about rewriting McGregor's past success. Instead, it is an opportunity to prove that he can still compete at the highest level and continue building on an already legendary career.